Domo origubo, Mr. or Mrs. Yotubo. Oh my god, that was a terrible setup line. I gotta start thinking of things in advance.
Oh my goodness! What an evil-looking device. I wonder what it's used for.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, opening cans.
Cheetah! You looked at the sentence line.
Examine the bread shelf. Why is there even a
Looks
working
like someone is
kitchen
growing mushrooms and mold in there.
Mona, I think that growth used to be loaves of bread.
What? Disgusting! What happened to the chef for this castle?
I think when Shroudy was born, instead of making dinner, he became dinner.
Tough luck for him, no?
So Shroudy was born a vampire?
I don't really feel like cooking right now. It appears to be a large mixing bowl.
What's it used for?
Generally, you use it for combining different types of food items. Then you cook or eat the mixed results.
Sounds too complicated. Humans should really learn how to eat raw bugs, grubs, and maggots like us bats. Way healthier and a lot less work.
Fodrick, the human idea behind eating food is to fill the stomach, not empty it repeatedly after each meal.
Really? You guys are so weird.
Oh my god, I've spoiled myself by playing games that don't talk as
They're
much.
cans of cat food.
The label reads, Unfanciful Feast, Lizard Flavor. Contains 7% meat. Yummy! Nothing but the best for the Baroness's pets.
Dare I ask what the other 93% consists of?
I wouldn't. But then again, you do drink blue.
No, I don't.
Probably sawdust, given most cat foods.
I might need this.
Yes. You might. And given there's a can opener and a cat bowl right there, and a cat we're supposed to
It's an
find in the
empty
kitchen.
shelf. Looks like Shroudy didn't keep much food in the place.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's probably because when he gets hungry, he drinks people's blood instead of chowing down a bowl of frosted Frankenbolt cereal. But man, those sure are good. I love those mini marshmallows, though I was not happy when they changed the red scars to pink beakers.
Yeah, I can remember being a little kid when they added the horseshoes to Lucky Charms.
Looks like the Baroness left in a hurry. Apparently, she didn't get to eat her last meal.
I'm kinda confused. What was she doing eating food anyway? Shouldn't she have been drinking blood?
Based on what we've learned so far, I don't think Shroudy's mother was a vampire. Sounds like she was more of a witch.
I guess what you're saying then is Shroudy is a real son of a witch.
And then somewhere down the line, they just threw the whole good luck charms motif out the window and added red balloons.
I know this is going to sound strange, but that cauldron is cooking something that smells absolutely delicious.
You're right. I have heard that demonic foot stew can be really savory.
Should we try some?
Only if you want the most foul spirits from the deepest pits of heck devouring your soul, and then controlling your body like a puppet with palsy, doing their evil bidding for all eternity.
Although that does sound like an experience of a lifetime, I'll stick with my Merlot.
Yeah, but it tastes really, really good. Wood.
I would not, could not use that wood.
How about with a goat? Or even on a boat? Would you? Could you on a boat?
Why are you talking that way?
I thought you wanted to rhyme.
No.
Okay, suit yourself. I'm easy.
Oh, Theodore Giesel, we miss you so. Hole in the wall.
There appears to be a small hole in the kitchen wall. I wonder if something lives back there.
I'm sure that's just evidence of some spat between Shroudy and the Baroness. You know how teenagers can be. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to open old wounds. Did you have a traumatic adolescence?
Huh? Oh, no. I'm sad because the Baroness obviously missed.
I'm amused.
After a limited amount of consideration, I've concluded that I will not be sticking my hand in there.
Ah, come on. The guy in the dig was willing to do it. Guybrush was willing to do it. What puts you above them?
Let's see if this thing's working.
Oh my god! It smells like a toddler had an accident, then wrapped it in moldy Limburger cheese, and stuffed it in the armpit of a corpse that's been rotting in the sun all day.
Frederick, look, it's a cat. He went back into hiding. Apparently he agrees with your assessment of the food.
Yeah, I guess it just doesn't want to spend the next 72 hours in the bathroom.
Or maybe that's just how cats are. Snubbing food is something they're famous for. And it says Siamese cat food, so in a horror place like that.
This can is different from all the rest. It's called Siamese Dream, the cat lover's cat food.
Oh, God. I've had that. That, food tastes like minced horse apples regurgitated from the gizzard of a twice-buried zombie with leprosy. Nasty.
Unless you want a shelf covered in salty-tasting merlot, you better keep those kinds of descriptions to yourself.
Okay, I had been assuming that in this
I might need this.
horrible place, Siamese Dream cat food would be made of people from Siam. Or made of Siamese twins, or, you know, something along those lines.
Let's try this food.
Let's not try this food. Let's give it to the cat. And she just flings the can off into the distance. Well, it's not like it's her job to tidy up.
Hey, Frederick! He likes it!
Kitty.
It's a kitty-like thing.
Pie whack-it.
Bonsoir. Who are you?
Hi, Wackett. A better question would be, who was I? I used to be the Baroness von Kiefer's familiar.
What's a familiar?
A familiar is kind of a special guardian that witches use. I used to serve the Baroness in various ways. Protect her special items while she was away. You know, that kind of thing. Back in the day, I even had some limited magical powers of my own.
What happened?
Well, I guess I wasn't as powerful as the Baroness was hoping. So my job was outsourced to a homunculus.
Little Frankenstein thing. A little creature made in the lab. That's what a homunculus usually tends to be in fantasy. I've heard
What do you do around here?
Mostly hunt rats. I used to do it just for sport. But I have to admit, Shawty hardly ever feeds me, and the rats are downright tasty.
Do you always eat the rats you catch?
Eventually. Although sometimes I just smack them around for a few hours and maybe scratch them a couple of times. Then I pretend to lose interest. At some point they figure they're actually going to escape and make a run for it. At the last second, I pounce on them. If I time it just right, I can feel the wave of crushing despair wash over them. It's really a lot of fun.
Damn, that's harsh.
No, it's harsh when I do it to them a second time. You know, just before I bite their little heads off and nibble on their tiny feet.
I can't even really say anything, because it's a cat. That's...
You mentioned you used to guard various items. What type of things specifically?
Mostly I watched over 2 very special books in the library. To say more would be indiscreet.
That is all I need to know.
Alright, we have fully interrogated the cat. Now for the getting the collar.
No, I can't hurt this poor creature. In fact, I think maybe I'll help her. That collar looks a little too tight.
Glad you reconsidered, for your own sake. You know what they say, never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Look out, Mona. Sounds like this kitty might be packing heat.
Yeah, no. If we're talking D&D, a cat familiar and a vampire, if we're gonna square them off, the cat is Squish.
Eastwick's dehydrated hogwarts, made with only the freshest free-range hogs. Eastwick's
Well,
dehydrated
same thing every time. Unless the wizard has invested a lot more magical protection than everything you've said up till now indicates that the Baroness would have put on you, Miss Obnoxious Cat. Yeah, at least as far as D&D goes, or at least as far as D&D went back when I knew it, which was like...
They are very large, very sharp axes.
Oh! Maybe we should use it to cut Shroudy into pieces.
I don't think that'll work. Shroudy's nothing more than a swirling pile of black mist.
Well, maybe we should grab it and wave it really fast in front of him so that he blows away. Well, I don't hear you making any suggestions.
Yeah, my D&D know-how is 3 editions out of date. Because 2nd edition was what I played when I was a kid, and then I didn't bother learning the later ones. But,
I can't. Shroudy is keeping me away with those oars shaped into a cross.
okay, this was a dead end. But, I'm just saying I don't think, even in all that time, I don't think they made the familiar a wizard can summon as a first level spell as dangerous as a vampire, which got an entire book dedicated to them to tell you just how deadly vampires are. And yes, I mean, I know people have written a lot of vampires books, but in D&D there's the Guide to Vampires, which gives the people running the game all sorts of notes and details on how to make them as deadly as they can, etc., etc. Or there was 20 years ago. That book is probably no longer in print. Alright, we are heading to the rats to turn over the collar and do things. Possibly give them cholera. Yes, I'm horrible. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Aha! I see you back.
I have the collar for you right here.
You fulfilled your end of the bargain. And for that, I'll tell you the names of the 2 books you need to pull out and put back in on the shelf in the library. They are How to Build a Better Body in Just 30 Days by Dr. Rigor Mortis, and the other is Sharpening Young Fangs, Parent's Guide to Raising the Perfect Vampire by Dr. Max Schreck. Just got it? Find those books, and you'll find your way into the Baroness's laboratory. Good luck, Dollface.
Wasn't Max Schreck Catwoman's boss in...
I'll go try them. Oh, and by the way, before we whacked the Wacket, she said she was going to haunt you and your associates for the rest of your lives, and that none of you would escape her spirit's vengeance. Just thought I'd pass that on.
Haunt the bag of rats? Yeah, right. Give me a break, lady. And by the way, how did she know it was us who sent you?
Sorry, fellas. I let it slip. You see, I had a friend who was haunted by a cat she ran over on her bike. She never slept soundly again. She kept hearing the low, mournful cries of that poor, flattened kitty cat calling to her. I'm going to get you, meow. I'm going to get you, meow. Well, you fellas have a good night, and thanks for the information.
In Batman Forever. Oh my god, there was a shortcut across the dungeon this whole time. Anyway, yeah, Max Schreck, I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure I'm not, that Max Schreck was the evil boss from Batman Returns? Batman Forever? Which one was the Catwoman Penguin one? I think Batman was Joker. I think Batman Returns was Penguin. And then after Batman Returns, they said, hey, Mr. Guy Burton, man, you're too weird to make Batman anymore. We're going to give it to this nice, normal guy who puts nipples on the bat suit. Because...
The craftsmanship of these windows is exquisite. It looks like 2 snakes intertwined and 2 purple tentacles.
I hate purple tentacles. I prefer the green ones. Much nicer.
And they make better music. But anyway, they were like, hey, Mr. Burton, you can't make these anymore because you're making the Batman about the not-for-kids anymore good.
This looks like one of Shroudy's old coloring books. It has a picture of a newt in it. Glad to see he was at least a normal child.
Except he did this as an adult. This is fresh crayon, and that's a new box.
Oh, dear.
Oh, most
It's no
definitely.
masterpiece for sure, but ripping it up seems petty. The Apostolics Code of Conduct forbids rude gestures, especially spitting on art.
Yeah, as much as you sarcasm and snark, I don't really think you're allowed to hide behind the "I can't do rude things" comment. But hey, who am I to judge?
This will be useful. I'll take it.
Where'd all my stuff... Oh, wait. Second page of inventory. Never mind. I knew that. I was just testing you. Sticky note.
Look, Frederick, a notepad.
Excellent observation, my dear Watson. Let's investigate this notepad further.
How come I'm Watson? You're more like Watson than I am.
Well, you certainly know Sherlock.
I can see the imprint from the Baroness's pen.
Read
And
it.
we just
Why
got a
don't
crayon.
you, Sherlock?
I can't read it. It's not my fault bats haven't evolved the ability to read impressions on paper yet.
Well, I can't read it either. The writing is too faint.
And here we go. Impressions on paper are no problem when you've
I
got
read
a
about
crayon.
this neat trick of using a pencil to read word impressions in a book once.
You read?
All right. My friend read the book, okay?
You have friends who read?
Okay. So my friend's brother read the book that had this neat trick in it and told me about it. There. Happy? Let's see if this will work.
That joke bothers me a bit, just because other than a few, okay, bored now, stop talking, she hasn't done anything
Your
to
friend's
hint that
brother's author
she's
is a genius.
anti-educational. That she's, what's the word I was looking for? I had a word.
Aha! Look, Frederick, a clue.
Brilliant. What's it say?
It's a list of book titles. A Teen Camper's Guide to Crystal Lake. Transylvania on 2 pints a day. The Dark Knight Returns. And Sharpening Your Fangs, a parent's guide to raising the perfect vampire. What does all this mean?
Great job, Sherlock. Apparently we found the clue, but what it's a clue for is a mystery.
I thought you were Sherlock.
Anyway, anti-intellectual
Just
is the
sticky.
word I was looking
It'll
for.
stick to everything in my pockets and gather lint and get all gross.
If you take the whole sticky notepad, then there's no sticky part exposed in your inventory. But like I was saying, that little she doesn't
It's the
read and is
Baroness's
against
desk.
it is...
Looks like there's some kind of journal sitting on it.
Ooh, a journal. Let's read it. Maybe we'll find out which boys she likes and what she thinks of her parents.
I don't think it's that kind of journal, Frederick.
It just says, visit Von Kiefer, and then there's a period and the word come. It's very interesting.
That makes no sense.
I mean, she's made as many intelligent
If only
jokes
we
and
had the
snarks
time.
as he has.
Perhaps later.
Alright. Anything else in here? No, then time to piddle around with the bookshelf. Piddle, piddle, piddle.
It's a shelf full of weird rectangles.
They're called books.
Boring.
See, I just don't get it. They have not been making she's a ditz jokes up till now. And now we get 2 in a row. Right, I can't use this.
It's the 2 titles of books I need to pull out to open a secret door.
Yes, well, how do I...
It's the 2 titles of books
yes,
I need
thank
to
you.
pull out
Thank
to
you,
open
Mona.
a secret door. These 2 items won't combine together.
I'm not trying to combine them, I just misclicked.
From here to that spot right over there. Introductory Lessons in Stair Diving by D. Karras. Operation Echo by W. Eakin. 11 things that taste really, really bad. Clockwoman. Transylvania on just 2 pints a day. A traveler's guide.
Anyway,
The
while I try to
Innocence
remember
Guide
what
to
I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and
Sanitarium
wrap up
Treatment
here.
by
Thank
Dr.
you
S.
very
Loomis.
much. I
Gila
have enjoyed
Monsters,
this. I hope
The
you did
Forbidden
too.
Fruit.
And please, if you have time, like, comment, or subscribe.
The Imbecile's
Or
Guide to
maybe
Sanitarium...
not. You don't have to. I'm not the boss of
I'm
you.
done with these
But it
books
would be
for
very
now.
nice. Thank you. Bye-bye.